Hey guys, so this week is going to be a really good one, I hope. That's the intent. So, this week, number one, do not forget to do something for your happiness project this week. Even if it's just you don't have tons of time, make sure you do something so you can post about it. Your mid month update is due on the 15th. So, make sure you do something for your happiness project so that you can post about that on your website. And don't forget to do a picture of yourself doing your project. Your face needs to be in it, even if it's just like the side of your face or it's dimly lit. But I want to see you doing your project, so don't forget that as well. So your website first post for November is due on the 15th. So don't forget to do that. The other two things we're doing this week are all focused on bringing everything we've read so far in this unit together and then bringing it to the real world. So we're focusing on thinking about kind of the questions we've mostly covered throughout the term and discussion. So the first assignment you'll do, well, make sure you watch the lesson. We're talking about patterns of intolerance in the real world. So we're looking at themes in Frankenstein and seeing how do they relate to the other texts that we've read in the real world. After you watch that lesson, or if you come to the Google Meet on Tuesday at 1 o'clock, we'll do that all together if you would like to come live. Then you'll work on the discussion prep. So the topic is stereotypes and intolerance in our lives. And what you'll be doing is I've broken down everything we've talked about into 12 questions, and you have to answer 8 of the 12 questions using evidence from I Am Malala, Immigrants in Our Own Land, or Frankenstein that we've read over the last unit. And so you're kind of bringing them all together, bringing in your own opinions, answering the questions. And then once you've answered those 8 questions, you'll share the 3 you're most interested in the discussion. So you'll share your responses to those questions and then reply to 3 other people. So you're kind of making like 6 comments throughout the discussion so that we can all see each other's ideas and how we're making connections to the real world, how we relate to stereotypes and intolerance. And then ultimately the goal will be to answer how can we change this. But that'll come later. So this week's discussion is part 1 of a 3-part assessment for the unit. So discussion's part 1, and you'll be super prepped because of it for part 2, which is an essay. You will have the choice between 3 different questions to answer, all relating to the topic of stereotypes and intolerance in our lives. So with everyone's discussion, sharing evidence, talking about the texts, I don't think it'll be too hard to be able to write your essay. You'll kind of have it all in your head already, and then you can choose which topic you want to focus on within the larger category of stereotypes and intolerance. And I think it relates really well to the real world, so hopefully you can find how you care about it and how you connect to it. So next week, we'll all be focused on the essay. The week after that is the week of Thanksgiving break, and so we'll just have one assignment for the whole week, and it'll be creating a short presentation on how you've experienced stereotypes or intolerance, whether on the giving or receiving end, how has it affected your life, or monsters that you face in your life. It'll just be like a short, like 2 to 3 minute presentation, lots of creative options for it. So more details on that to come, but that'll be the last part of your assessment for this unit, and then we'll jump into something new, focusing on finding healing from intolerance and fear, and what is the antidote is what we'll talk about next. So let's make this a great week and ramp up for starting our assessment for the unit.